Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Bitcoin price prediction based on Elliott Wave analysis. This is intraday for Bitcoin. Of course, we're gonna see Bitcoin on the 1 hour and 15-minute time frame to see, of course, what we might expect next. So today in the daily, we have mentioned be careful at this top at this area. Of course, this might be our signal for a wave C here in an expanding flat, of course. And I give, of course, I just delete the entry point given, of course, in the member videos today. However, it was a little bit, I would say, a nasty price today. I don't know why it took this high. It was not necessarily to take it. However, by taking this price in the top here, that means, of course, can be still a potential A, B, and a C expanding flat here. Unfolding, so we gotta be careful with it. Otherwise, it has to finish in 5 waves because if you took the high here, that means, of course, you cannot finish in 3 waves just like that. Whether it is an A, B, and a C, of course, towards the downside unfolding here, or it is something as a diagonal. Now, as diagonals, this wave 4 become longer than the wave 2, which is not allowed. Therefore, yeah, it's still, of course, something corrective at the end. And it can still have one more high, but of course, before getting this one more high, we need to take the low, and that means, of course, very likely A, B, and a C here expanding flat, and then pushing one more high. So we gotta be careful with it. It can be a 1, 2, 3, and then wave 4 just like that as an expanding flat, and then wave 5, and then pushing toward the downside again, guys. I'm still convinced that, of course, this can still be a potential wave 4. Since our invalidation is still very far, we have the gap anyway, and the wave 2 here is very long in time, so that is very understandable if this happens. Yeah, so very likely that we might reach this area. I mean, of course, within this potential timing area. Let me just put it there. There you go. If this, yes, so it's still very likely to reach this this area here, this red area, and that means 1.618 is a possible timing here for wave 4. Even can go even for a double time, so that's totally normal and fine before we push toward the downside. However, it can be as well, it can be finished something of course as internally it can be like a 1, 2, and then yeah, how can I explain it? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave 3, 4, and a 5? Well, can be. It can be. What can I say? So like 1, 2, 1, 2, and wave 3 there, and then 4, no invalidation, wave 5, wave 3, and then 4 and a 5. Yes, it can be. So then pushing toward the downside. But this is a very, very micro level, and this is why we might have, of course, the stop loss taken here for me. Because of course, yeah, I was expecting that this is our 1, 2, but just it took the high a little bit, and now launching the push toward the downside again. So still, of course, a total valid expanding flat here, and of course, still total valid impulse toward the downside unfolding here. Can be already unfolding as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and maybe one more high before pushing down. Well, that's very, very micro, guys. We have to go into the 5-minute here. Even, by the way, in the 5-minute, I mean, if this is a 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, for wave 3, then 4 and a 5. Okay, it can be, and then 4 and a 5. Yeah, again, even inside it, the wave 5 is a little bit creepy here. Unless we're going to take it as diagonal, ending diagonal. So yes, can be. It can be the end of it, or it still can be, of course, as I explained, an expanding flat in the top, smaller one, like kind of like this, and then pushing one more high and then again down. By all means, whether sooner or later, again, of course, risk management and, of course, strategy can tackle this price here, but at the end, of course, the price is aiming for lower at the end, and that because of unfinished impulsive structure here. We don't have an impulse to finish up also this impulse down. Yeah, so we still need an impulse to finish it at least at 1 to 1, 63k 587, and from there, we're gonna reassess the thing. Maybe the things start to be very, very bullish again, meaning 1212 still there despite taking the 886, reducing the possibility, but of course it's no invalidation at the end, and it can still be a possibility. Otherwise, we would like to see the price taking finally the 62k512. I don't care if it takes a decision here or this decision. I don't care. I just need a decision at the end. I need to know what is exactly the direction of the market. I'm also like you guys. I'm still waiting, of course, for a decision. I'm not yet convinced we are bullish or bearish yet, because we need, of course, a decision. One of those two numbers will decide. If we take this number, we're going very deep, 35, 25k for Bitcoin. If we take this number, we're going very high, 100k for Bitcoin again. So we'll see, of course, what's gonna be. It's not gonna be easy. It's not gonna be very fast. Of course, it's gonna play a lot of psychology on us. And we'll see, of course, guys, step by step. But currently, the micro level has been explained. Lower prices are still expected. That was
Before
it for
you leave,
Bitcoin.
make
Make
sure
sure
to
join
our
our
private
private
Discord
Discord
for your likes and
community.
comments.
There
See
you
you
will
next one.
get daily
Bye.
updates faster than YouTube, plus exclusive bonus trading signals for the gold, silver, Bitcoin, and stocks. You can also request one special technical analysis every day and get access even to our only members video on YouTube and also on Discord. And stay ahead, of course, with economic and political news that actually moves the market. And of course, we do regular Q&A sessions, so you can get your questions answered directly in the Discord. And of course, if you're serious about leveling your trading, the Discord link is below in the description and in the comments. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.